Hi everyone, it's Jenny here to welcome you all to a look ahead. We begin with a look at a couple of news stories, but first a word from our sponsor.
We invite you to plan now to come embrace the fun at Bryden Farm, where the tea is always on and the coffee's not far behind. Call ahead though, you can reach us at 90290707770.
Jenny here with a look ahead at a few news stories making headlines this week. First, let us look at something fishy and see how the recent approval of a Fishway in Windsor, Nova Scotia, paves the way to twinning Highway 101. A major step forward has been reached in the long-anticipated twinning of Highway 101. Approval of a new Fishway project has officially cleared one of the final environmental hurdles, allowing the highway expansion to move ahead. For years, plans to twin Highway 101 have been in the works, with the goal of improving safety, reducing congestion, and making travel more efficient for drivers across the region. But like many large infrastructure projects, progress depended on protecting the natural environment, especially local waterways that are home to important fish populations. That's where the Fishway comes in. A fishway is a specially designed passage that allows fish to safely navigate around man-made barriers, helping maintain natural migration routes. With this approval, officials say the design will both protect aquatic ecosystems and support the highway expansion. For commuters, this is welcome news. Twinning the highway is expected to lead to smoother traffic flow, shorter travel times, and improved safety along one of the province's key routes. Construction timelines will depend on final planning and contracting, but this approval signals that real progress is finally underway. This next news story is about how Canada may be getting more crude. In light of recent happenings in, and with, Iran, Canada is turning to Newfoundland for oil as global supply uncertainty rises, continuing to affect energy markets. With disruptions in international supply chains and ongoing geopolitical tensions in oil-producing regions, leading Canadian refineries looking closer to home for reliable sources of crude oil. Newfoundland and Labrador has been producing offshore oil for decades through major projects like the Hibernia, Hebron, and White Rose fields. These projects have made the province a key part of Canada's domestic oil supply, and now that role may become even more important. One project getting a lot of attention is the Bay du Nord offshore oil project, located about 450 kilometers east of St. John's. The project has been moving through regulatory steps and agreements, and if it moves forward, it could become one of the largest new offshore oil developments in Canada in many years. Supporters say developing more offshore oil in Newfoundland could improve Canada's energy security, create jobs, and generate significant revenue for both the province and the country. It could also reduce the need for Canada to import oil from overseas. So, Newfoundland's offshore oil industry appears set to play an increasingly important role in Canada's energy future. Seems our news this week goes from something a little fishy to crude. To our next story that crowns Easter as a sacred holiday, even when King Charles refused to participate. Calls for King Charles III to abdicate are gaining attention following controversy over his participation in Ramadan events and his decision not to deliver a public Easter message, one of Christianity's most sacred observances. For many Christians, Easter is not just a seasonal event. It is the central celebration of their faith. The absence of a message from the monarch, who serves as Supreme Governor of the Church of England, has raised concerns among faith leaders and believers about whether he is fully honoring his spiritual responsibilities. The debate intensified when an Irish cleric publicly called for King Charles to consider abdication. He argued that a sovereign who does not visibly recognize key Christian observances risks weakening the spiritual foundation of the monarchy. His comments quickly spread online, fueling discussions about the role of faith in leadership. This controversy is also part of a broader context. In countries like Canada, some new federal laws have been criticized for limiting or discouraging the public display of Christian and other religious symbols, as well as teachings drawn from sacred texts. Observers suggest that these cultural and political pressures may be influencing leadership decisions within the Crown's Commonwealth representatives. There has even been speculation that Canada's Governor-General may be considering stepping down, though no official confirmation has been made. Some commentators believe these debates around faith and public leadership could be contributing to this uncertainty. Ultimately, this is more than a single Easter message. It raises deeper questions about faith, leadership, and the role of the monarchy in a changing world. Remember, you can find these news stories on our blog at CountryAirRadio.com.
Hi, it's Michelle here with a look ahead at community events for Monday, April 6th through Sunday, April 12th. While Monday is a quieter day, there's a full week of community events and activities happening across Nova Scotia. Starting on Tuesday, April 7th, a portion of Miller Point Peace Park in Lunenburg will be temporarily closed for trail construction. The outer parking lot through to the Cemetery Road and select trails will be closed, but access remains available via the Cemetery Road, and the inner parking lot will stay open. Please follow posted signage and plan your visit accordingly. On Wednesday, April 8th, join your neighbors at the Bear River and Area Community Health Clinic for Seniors Day from 1 to 3 p.m. Enjoy coffee, conversation, and a welcoming community atmosphere. Everyone is invited, and refreshments will be provided. Also on April 8th, the Genealogy Coffee Club takes place at the Odell House Museum in Annapolis. This month's presentation will help you get started building your family tree and navigating online genealogy resources. Thursday, April 9th is a busy day. Reservations open for Ellenwood Lake Provincial Park for the 2026 camping season, so be sure to book early if you have a favorite site. That evening, from 6 to 8 p.m., Halifax Planning and Development is hosting a Main Street Visioning workshop at Acadia Hall in Lower Sackville. Residents and business owners are invited to share ideas to help shape the future of Sackville Drive. Also on Thursday, Sugar House Ceramic Company in Kentville is hosting a creative evening art drop-in. Bring your sketchbook, paints, or other creative projects and enjoy a relaxed night with fellow local artists. On Friday, April 10th, head to the Royal Canadian Legion in Kentville for Chase the Ace. The draw takes place at 8:45 p.m., with tickets available at the bar until 8:30. You don't have to be a member to play, and you don't have to be present to win. Saturday, April 11th is packed with events. The Yarmouth Flea Market takes place at the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 61 from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., offering plenty of bargains and local finds. Also on Saturday, Seedy Saturday will be held at the Clare Veterans Centre in Saulnieville. It's a great opportunity to explore seeds, gardening ideas, and connect with fellow plant lovers. In Bridgewater, the Lunenburg County Lifestyle Centre is offering a free women and girls swim from 4 to 5 p.m. All ages are welcome to drop in and enjoy the pool. Throughout the weekend, April 11th and 12th, Maritime Motion is hosting a pool fundraiser in support of the Annapolis Community Pool. Donations start at $10, and all proceeds go towards supporting this important community space. On Sunday, April 12th, head to the Blockhouse Fire Hall from 2 to 4 p.m. for a spring tabletop easel workshop. Create a cheerful seasonal decor piece in a fun, hands-on session. All materials are provided and no experience is necessary. And a couple of ongoing community reminders. The music room is lending musical instruments to those who want to learn and accepting donations to help others get started. And registration is now open for the Spring Lego program beginning April 15th at the Lewis Millet Center. Those are your community events for April 6 through 12, from Yarmouth to Halifax, through the Annapolis Valley and along the south shore of Nova Scotia.
Hi everyone, Chris here with a look ahead at the weather for Bear River and the surrounding area. Tonight, rain will change to periods of drizzle or showers after midnight, with fog patches developing. Rainfall amounts of 10 to 15 millimeters are expected. Winds southwest 20 km per hour gusting to 40, and up to 60 along parts of the coast, will shift to northwest overnight. Temperatures will remain steady near 8 degrees. Monday will start with periods of drizzle or showers, ending in the morning, then clearing as the day goes on. Fog patches will dissipate through the morning. Winds northwest 20 km per hour will become west and gust up to 40 near noon. Temperatures will hold steady near 7. Monday night, a few clouds with winds easing off. The low will be around 0. Tuesday will bring a mix of sun and cloud with a 60% chance of showers and a high near +5. Tuesday night, skies will clear with a low around -2. From Wednesday through Saturday, the weather improves with more sunshine and milder temperatures. Expect sunny skies midweek with highs in the 4 to 7 degree range, warming to around 10 or 11 degrees by Friday and Saturday with a mix of sun and cloud. Overnight lows will range from slightly below freezing midweek to milder conditions by the weekend. That's a look ahead at the weather. To find your local weather, visit CountryAirRadio. Com or get our Country Air Radio app, also available for free at CountryAirRadio.com. Happy Easter and God bless everyone.
While these eggs have beautiful flowers, Pysanky has deep pre-Christian roots. Over time it merged with Christian symbolism, especially after the arrival of Christianity in Ukraine around the 10th century.